YouTube, what's up? This is your boy, DJ Troy in the building. I hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is preparing for 2015. Yeah. Alright, so let's get to the trending topics for the last couple of days that's going down for 2014. December 30th, 2014. So here it is. The first topic, of course, is this airplane that fell down in Indonesia, in the Indonesia area, where 160 something souls died. You know what I mean? It's a crazy situation, because imagine, you know, it's the end of the year. You're going to see your family, going on business or whatever, and, you know, it so happens that your airplane is hit by turbulence and boom, that's it. 160 something souls are done. My God. Rest in peace to everyone that died on that plane, and my condolences to all the surviving family members and everyone that's involved in the search and rescue. All the airline pilots, everybody, my condolences. It's just a crazy situation. Crazy situation number two that happened today, actually, in Walmart. Apparently, there was a mom, or a mother rather, taking her four children to Walmart, and it so happens that a 2-year-old was going inside her bag to get something and accidentally fire off her gun. Yes, you got it right. 2-year-old accidentally, a toddler, accidentally killed his own mother. Very sad. Moving on to a little more sad news. It's gonna get a little bit better. Moving on to sad news. The comedian Chris Rock and his wife has officially filed for divorce after 19 years. Okay, so they've been together for 19 years, and Chris Rock decided that, hey, enough is enough, and that is it. You know, he's out of there. Now, I'm going to go off sidetrack a little bit and say, what would cause a man to divorce his wife? There's a lot of things. There's a lot of issues, okay? But there has to be some kind of serious problem that make that man divorce his wife. Because usually in marriages, women, they get out, okay? Women don't stay around, okay? A man would, you know, put in work, and he would do this and he would do that. Men cheat, men do this, men do that. But filing for divorce, it's usually don't happen, okay? So whatever was going on with Chris Rock in his marriage, it really had to be bad, okay? Because men do not file for divorce, okay? Because the tagline is always, it's cheaper to keep her. So men don't file for divorce like that. So my deepest sympathy to the kids, because, you know, being of divorced parents myself, is something that doesn't go away for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? It affects you from, you know, the time that it happened until God knows when. Because there's just something about seeing your parents not being together that always messes with you. So, you know, coming from that type of environment, it's something that stays with you for life. So, you know, I hope that whomever is involved with the kids, they are there to, you know, support the children, let them know that mommy and daddy are going to be here for them and are going to take care of them, okay? So this is also goes out to all my fans. You know, if you're planning to, you know, separate or whatever from your spouses, make sure you take care of the children first. As long as they're good, you're going to be good, okay? Because it's something that doesn't leave you. Moving on to much brighter news, okay? Alicia Keys and Mr. Swiss Beats were able to produce a safe, healthy baby number 2. Over the weekend, Alicia Keys gave birth to baby number 2. His name is Genesis. It's just kind of, well, you know, being the second child, you know, I don't know what's the significance of that. I don't know, because Genesis is the first book in the Bible, so you would think you would want to name your first child Genesis. You know, I guess she and Mr. Beats, Swiss Beats, have, you know, their own, you know, reason behind the madness and the naming. Okay, moving on to hip-hop mogul, Mr. Dr. Mr. Dre, Mr. Beats headphone. Let's have a round for Dr. Beats. Hey! I had to give a shout out to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre has actually became one of the highest earner this year on the musicians list. Period. Okay? Nobody made no more money than Dr. Dre. It doesn't have anything to do with hip hop, doesn't have anything to do with reggae, nothing. As long as you're in music, Dr. Dre made more money than you because of Beats headphone. So one of the wonderful things that he did was that he was able to give money to the people that work for him. So the people, his lawyers who represented him, he was able to give a $10,000 bonus to every single person on the staff. Okay, so I know that that must have been a wonderful Christmas present for all those who are involved. And I know that some of that money is still going to be spent for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So shout outs to Dr. Dre. Continue doing what you got to do, man. Much respect. Mr. Jay-Z, Jigga Man, celebrated his 45th birthday this year, and he and Ms. Beyonce went straight where? Vegas? No. Miami? No. They went to one of the coldest places in the world. They went to Iceland. Okay? And of course, he was there with his beautiful wife, Ms. Beyonce, and I know that he probably had a wonderful time. In that department, I wonder, like, how was the sex? You know what I mean? Because imagine you're in a very cold climate. You know that Johnny Boy is not going to, you know, have his full potential when the place is that cold. So, you know, I hope that, you know, they had a good time. So shout outs to Mr. Jay-Z, turning 45 this year. And, you know, a lot of people ask me sometimes, you know, why is it that I shout out to Jay-Z and blah, blah, blah. I would just like to say, even though you might disagree with the contents of his music, disagree with his affiliations and these things, Jay-Z showed young black men that, hey, I came from this environment, this neighborhood, okay, one of the toughest neighborhoods in the world, you know, Brownsville, okay, not Brownsville, I'm sorry, Bedford-Stuyvesant and those type of areas, and I was able to build up the Barclays Center. I was able to acquire a huge record company. I was able to do so much. He's the definition of hope. And the other end, Puff Daddy is also a definition of hope. Again, not everything they do, I agree with them. But Puff Daddy said something that will continue to inspire me always. Each of us have the same amount of time within a day, and that is 24 hours. And what is it that you do with that 24 hours determines whether you might remain in poverty or whether you might reach the heights of your potential. So, you know, I will always talk about those two fellas because they're very inspirational in the things that they have done, even though we don't agree with everything they did to get where they're at right now. Moving on to, you know, somewhat not sad again because there's been too much dark news, but the two police officers who were killed close to 10 days ago in Brooklyn, New York, there's been a lot of outpouring of support from the community. So this organization that was founded by a firefighter, founded because of a firefighter who lost his life in the 9/11 attack, has raised, the last time I checked, was $120-something thousand to pay off the mortgages of the family who lost the 2 officers. One of the colleges where the officer's son is attended, they have chipped in to say, well, hey, we're gonna pay off this guy's entire tuition. So that's just great news for the family, okay? But I know for a fact that they would prefer to struggle and go without than to not have their, you know, their significant others, their husbands, their father, their, you know, everything with them. So it's good that these people are getting the help that they so desperately will need, but it's in a morbid way. I know that they will prefer to have the people who they love the most with them. And that brings me to the end of my discussion and my usual boring thoughts for the day is this: don't matter what struggles you're going through, don't matter what problems you're having, it's always critical that you remember to be thankful for everything that you have. Again, don't matter the struggles, don't matter the problems, always be thankful for everything that you have in this life, because it might seem bad, but it could be worse. Okay? Think about that woman who's no longer here today, who accidentally got killed by the child that she bore accidentally in Walmart today. The toddler was reaching into her bags, boom, that's it for her. The 2 police officers on their job, that's it for them. Okay, and I could go on and on and on. The 160-something people who died in the plane crash in Indonesia. I could go on and on. Always be thankful for what you have in life. Always keep a humble, caring, and loving heart. Always remember to take care of those people that are most important to you. The people that you sleep next to, the people that's taking care of your food, the people that you love the most. Because what tends to happen, just like me, is that you come home and the first thing you do, YouTube, second thing you do, Facebook, Twitter, you celebrity news, you worry about everybody else except for the people that are right in front of your face. Okay? For 2015, try your best. Less technology, more family. As you guys had heard about the huge internet outage that happened on Christmas Day, where Xbox and Sony were offline. Okay? My wife said to me that this was a wonderful thing that happened. Why? Because instead of these people having family time, because throughout the year, everybody's doing school, everybody's doing work, the one time that the family could come together, they're going to go online and play video games. No human contact, which we so desperately need, because we're in a fight for our lives with the Twitters, the Facebook, the Instagram, everything else. So the hackers that hacked into Xbox and Sony on Christmas Day and left, you know, the gaming world at a standstill. No, I don't condone it. No, I don't agree with what the hackers did. But if one good could come out of this, is that people who would have ignored their parents, ignored their cousins, ignored their family in general, had a chance to communicate and talk. And I know, because the digital world is so blah, blah, intriguing, we forget about the people that are right in front of us. So people, take care of the people that are around you, who take care of you every single day. All right? This is your boy, DJ Troy. Look out for my final video for the year tomorrow, actually. Okay? So peace out. Have a good one. Blessings.